I have enough faith in myself and enough confidence in myself that my music speaks for itself. And I know for a fact that this is going to work out. It's just a matter of time. And I got nothing but time, bro. I am in no rush to give my life to the devil.
Welcome to LL on the Rise. It's all about people who are chasing their dreams. And today I'm with a really talented hip hop artist. Please introduce yourself, bro.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm local to Long Island. My name is Tony. I go by the name of Smirk. I've been making music for about 5 years now. It's good.
Yo, welcome to the podcast, bro.
Thanks for having me, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. Yo, it feels good to be back. Jesus.
Yeah, dude. I missed the podcast. I'm happy that you asked me to come on, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. So I just want to those that might be unfamiliar, I just want everyone to know like the story on like how basically you got on our radar. But
I don't even know how I got on your radar. I'm curious.
So like 2 years ago, I had this contest. I made this post on Instagram and I was like, yo, I want the people to decide. Just comment below this post on Instagram. Tell me who you want to see. And so everybody, there was a bunch of artist names, a bunch of artist comments. Everyone's going crazy. So the contest closes and I'm scrolling through and I'm looking at all the votes. I'm looking at all the names. And I noticed that every single person that voted for you, you actually personally thanked every single person.
Yeah, man.
And that was a total of 84 people. And it just shows that the genuine person you are, and you appreciate every single supporter and you don't take it for granted. And I didn't.
That's what it is, man.
And here's the cool part is I didn't even know your music, but I know you made music, but I never heard your music. But just off of that made me remember you.
That's dope, bro. I appreciate that a lot, man. No, because I remember the contest, and I remember I was talking to you, and I forget the other guy that you were doing the podcast with for a while, because it was you and your boy, and I was talking with you guys in the DMs, and I was like, yo, like I'd love to come on, blah blah this, blah blah that, and like obviously you guys had a wait list, and I'm like you had your own plans with the podcast and stuff. So when that contest came out, I was spamming it on my story, my Snapchat. I was telling my homies like, bro, like just go leave a comment, and they're like, dude, like what does it matter? It's a podcast. I'm like, nah, but just help me out, man. It's literally free. Just literally tag me in the comments of this Instagram post. And I think I came in like second or third for the contest, which was still dope. The fact that like out of everybody that was commenting, like I was in the top 3, that was cool for me. It was definitely like a nice reminder that like the fan base is there and it's like organic.
Yeah, bro, you got.
And yeah, man, anybody that went out of their way to tag me, I made it note to let them know, like, listen, I appreciate you. Like, thank you for taking the time out of your day to like, help me so that I can, try and help you in any way that I can, whether it's through music or not. I just, I appreciate you. And it was cool that like, I remember you gave me a shout out on the Instagram after that when you announced the winner. You gave me, and I think there was another guy that did it too. Was there not? It was 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, man, that's it.
But you and the other guy, I forgot the other guy, my bad. But
I know, me too, man.
Nobody else was thanking their fans. Nobody else was thanking their fans. The 2 people who won first and second, they weren't even thanking their fans.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't be here without them. So just gotta let them know.
So that's a pretty impressive. Like, how did you get so much support behind you?
I'm gonna man, how did I get so much support behind me? I feel like it's just a lot of people that doubted me. That later on, like a lot of people in high school and like growing up, when I told them I was making music, they were like. And they kind of just laughed and like shrugged it to the side, or like they'd rip on me for it. And then when I actually started putting out music and I stuck with it, and like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, nobody's first song is ever great.
Yeah,
you gotta make a couple of errors. You gotta crawl before you walk on your feet. So like my first couple songs when I was making them at 16, 17 in high school were not anything special. But I feel like as people saw like the progression and they saw that there was something there, I feel like that's what kind of made people like you kind of saw like the 180 and the light switch turn on, and people started respecting me. And like I did a show Thanksgiving Eve in like Kings Park in my hometown. I'm from here. And dude, it was like weird. It was like a high school reunion, like a bunch of people that were, knew me from whatever. If they were in my grade or above or below, whatever, they know my name obviously around town because I'm the kid that's making music, whatever. And I had a lot of people that like I never talked to before coming up to me, singing my words. Like, they followed me on Instagram. I didn't even follow them back, but they would like all my posts. And like, you kind of just like, it sucks because like you really do want to be close with the people that support you. But then you have people coming up to you like, yo, like I know all your lyrics, blah, 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 blah. It's like, homie, I don't even know your name.
Right.
And it's like, I feel like an asshole because of that. But at the same time, it's like, dude, I appreciate you more than you will ever imagine, like more than you could ever know. Like, thank you. Because you're the reason why I continue to do this and why I do this. So yeah, man, it's just, I guess I really is. I think it really was like the haters at first, which is why I grew like a pretty organic fan base, which is dope.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like the people who hate, they're the first people that promote you. Like, oh, that kid sucks, and it's like,
Free promo,
and it's like,
free promo, man.
it's like what kid? And then they hear your shit, and they're like, I don't think it's that bad, actually.
Yeah, man. It's the haters gonna hate, but at the same time, they are your promotion essentially. Yeah,
It's negative promotion, but still promotion. So fuck it.
promo's promo, man.
Mhm. So you were saying how you got like a bunch of people out to your shows, and I saw in your YouTube bio it says you sold out multiple shows in your area, and
I have, yeah.
you also performed on tour in Cali, which
Yeah, so Cali was cool. It was like it was different. It was like performing is so strange out there, man. It's very, very, it's very, very hit or miss. And like I went on tour with like Drama and what's it called, Henny and Mike Stud and whatever. I didn't perform on that tour. I was on that tour, and from there I made connections, which later on I went on like it was like a small California tour, which was cool. I did 2 shows out in Cali. And it was in front of like probably like 75 to like 100 people. Um, so it's like California is such a different vibe than out here, man. It really is like you have to like dude, you have to be the shit or people will not, they won't fuck with you. And like the vibe that I got while I was out there was like people just like they didn't know who I was, so they didn't fuck with me.
yeah,
And that was why like I never really went back to Cali and I didn't really perform out there. I feel like if I grew a bigger fan base and I started doing like more tours myself, I feel like I could definitely do stuff out there. But like California really was, I felt like cutthroat. And I mean, like, not that I didn't like that, but for somebody who was just starting and having 100 people kind of look at you like, yo, why is this kid even on the stage? It was definitely like a discouraging thing. And it wasn't, it was not the best feeling for somebody who was like 19. So yeah, man, it was fun, but it was definitely an eye opener. Like, yo, a lot of people really are not gonna like your music, and you have to have thick skin to be in this business.
shit, man. So do you prefer New York crowds?
Uh, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's
Or
like New York is my home, so yeah, man. New York is just a vibe. East Coast is like I grew up here, so I'm biased. I love California. Like the vibe out there is great, but the people out there, man, they really are like if you're trying to be something, they're gonna criticize you. They're really gonna like give it to you how they feel.
and you
I feel
fucking in
like I
Cali.
feel like yeah, and I feel like in New York, people recognize growth and people recognize strength and like determination, and they respect it more than out in Cali. I feel like West Coast is
Mm.
more cutthroat. New York, they kind of look for like the deeper meaning, like the storytelling, like, yo, why are you doing this? And like they kind of get like the more or less like a feel for you rather than like judge you straight off the bat. They kind of get to know you rather than, you know, whatever it is. Because if you listen to like even my music, I was starting off making like rap and like hip hop. A lot of my stuff now is kind of like alternative pop music, like esque.
Mm-hmm.
Like the rapping lyrics and like the rhyme schemes are still there, but it's definitely not what I used to make. And I feel like that's kind of just being an artist, man. You grow and you experiment. You kind of find your sound and you figure out what works for you. And that's kind of what happened with me, especially from performing out in Cali. I got a lot of like influence out there. Like some of my boys live out there now. They make music out there. So they have that like West Coast, like SoCal trap like sound to them. And they kind of send it over here and they kind of just mess with me with it. And we just make whatever feels right. So it's fun, but it's definitely it's an experiment and it's a roller coaster.
And also too, it's like it's good to have a tougher crowd because it's like, all right, how do I win over this crowd? Instead of
Yeah,
always
man.
playing shows and just everything's good and you always have your friends there. When you were doing the tour with the other artists, how was like was the crowd the same for all the other artists? Like everyone
So
got the same
so
treatment?
it was except for it pretty much was except for the main act, which is why they were all there in the first place. So you kind of get that. And I almost feel like even from a spectator's point of view, when I go to a concert, if there's somebody opening and I don't know them, as a musician, I will listen. But if I don't like it, then I'm not gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of was like, I felt how like somebody who I've seen perform at like a show felt, and that was like the first kind of like snap, like, oh damn, like that's how like the guy, like I've seen, Post Malone perform, I've seen, Marshmello perform, but people, they've had openers. And if the opener isn't good, it really doesn't set the crowd up for the main event. And like that's kind of like how I felt. And I felt it from their perspective while they were on stage. And that was me. I was the biased, oh, this isn't really my style.
Uh-huh.
And I felt that, man. And it was, again, like it really was an eye opener. You have to really have thick skin to be in this business. And if you don't, you're not gonna make it.
Amen to that, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, even with you, bro, there's a lot of podcasts out there, dude. There's a lot of people trying to do what you're doing, but
Oh yeah.
you got it. You brought it back and you're back into it, man. I'm hyped, bro. I can't wait.
Same here, man. Yeah, freaking I'm wishing you and myself the best, man. We just keep
Yeah,
grinding.
bro. Yes, sir.
Just keep
That's what it's all
grinding.
about, man.
But speaking of your shows, in the beginning of February, I think 2019, you actually headlined a show at Revolution.
Yes, I did, bro.
So
It's my first ever. I got it tattooed. I got their logo tattooed on my arm. The day that Rev closed, it was like 4 or 5 days before I was getting my second ever tattoo. And this tattoo's got a lot of meaning to me. It's just about like my family and like it's like my music and stuff. And I literally looked at my friend Nicole. She's a tattoo artist. I grew up with her in high school. And I was like, yo, can we just put their logo on? Like they gave me my first ever show and my first ever headliner, and it's not a place anymore. So I just always want that to stick with me. And dude, it's right on my arm when I hold a microphone, like in hand, and people take pictures. The logo's right there. Like it's such a cool throwback to have that always with me, just like as like a tribute to them. Like, yo, listen, I love what you did. Everybody from Long Island loves what you did. You will never be forgotten. Like I appreciate you. This is like my tribute to you. But yeah, man, I was devastated when I got that phone call from the owner and she told me that they were closing down. It sucked. But yeah, I headlined my first show February. I think it was the 19th of February of 2019. That's good that you knew that, man.
yeah, do my research,
Shit.
man.
Shit, dude.
So how
Oh
how does
man.
a local artist get the opportunity to headline? Because I know a lot of artists that have played at Revolution, but not many who have headlined Revolution. So how does someone get that opportunity?
I I asked and I asked and I asked. And there's an old saying, those who ask shall receive. And dude, I annoyed the shit out of them. There was this guy, Tom, who ran the tickets. I'd be texting Tom every week, yo, like, let me set up a show. Let me set it up. Let me set it up. I'll get a DJ for the night. Like, you guys don't even have to pay him. I'll have him there. Like, he'll help all the artists, blah, blah. Dude, I did what I had to do. And they also knew that I could bring a crowd because my first ever show that I did was last minute. I only had 2 days to prep for it. Somebody dropped out of the Johnny drama show, the drama show that was at Rev in 2018. I think it was summer of 2018. But somebody 2 days before didn't sell enough tickets and they dropped out and they needed the money. So Henny Track, right? Dan Hennessy.
I'm familiar with them.
Familiar with the name? So that's my engineer. And he texted me and was like, yo, if you want to perform, there's an open spot. It's $200. You got to pay it. And, just give out tickets. I was like, okay. So sent them the money immediately. Told my friends, my family, is like, yo, listen, I got my first show, whatever, blah, blah, handing out tickets. People thought I was kidding. I was like, nah, man, I'm doing this. I performed. I brought like 22 people, I think, my first show. And they took like a tally at Revolution to keep track of like the people that brought people. And at the end of the night, the guy, Tom, texted me and he was like, yo, you brought the most people tonight. It was your first ever show. He's like, we'll definitely be having you back. So I did another show after that. That wasn't a headliner. I was more of like the middle act. And then after that was when I asked Tom, I was like, bro, listen, let me bring a crowd. And there's a video on my Instagram, I think, of the headliner. I was in like a Champions like red t-shirt with like NMDs on, bro. I was like, that was like my swag back then. I was like, yo, just oversized black jeans and bright ass red shoes. But it's me just jumping on stage and everybody singing my lyrics, and it was definitely a memorable night, and I'll never forget it. Coolest part about that show is that people don't even know this, and I think I'm telling this story for the first time on a podcast. Two kids who were friends who played video games together. One was from Massachusetts and the other one was from Jersey. One of them had their older brother drive to the show and rent a hotel, and they shared the hotel with the kid from Massachusetts and his dad to come see me perform. They met halfway in Long Island to come see me at my first ever headliner. Aiden, shout out to Aiden and Dylan, because the two of you guys had me sign your shirts. I did my first autographs with you. I'm a huge gamer too. Like, I played video games professionally growing up. Like, I still dabble in it. I stream a little bit and stuff. So the fact that they told me they met online, I added them immediately, and I still play video games with them today. So shout out to both of you. You guys are fucking legends. I love you and I appreciate you like nothing, man. Like, dead ass. That was the coolest thing ever.
Dude,
when I found out they drove to see me and they rented a hotel, they stayed in a hotel for the weekend. Bruh. That was the coolest shit.
You got some shit coming up in 2022, right?
I do, bro. I got a couple singles that are leading up to a project in the summertime.
So
dropping my first one at the end of the month. Yeah.
Tell us about this new single, Designer.
All right. So pretty much, you meet a girl and you vibing, and you just chilling, and you end up just wanting more than just the casual hookup, and you want to start getting them stuff. And it's just I want to put you in designer. I don't want to just mess around. I want to actually be there for you. The feelings I have here are deeper than the surface, and all the excess stuff that doesn't really matter in a relationship. So let me treat you right and put you in some designer, man. That's pretty much what it is.
Nice. Yo, is that like the song for the ladies?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. I'll play a snippet here. I'll send it to you. Play something right here. Give a little snippet of it.
You guys are gonna hear a little clip of Designer that is coming out soon. Be on the lookout for that shit.
You got a lot of friends, yeah, I got some too. Sipping down shots to get you loose. Body on mine, cause you like to move. Dancing all night in the light of the moon. Outside just catching a vibe. Kisses on your neck make you feel alive. Keep looking at me cause all I wanna see right now is the light shining bright in your eyes, girl. God, you're gorgeous. Think about your ex, just try to ignore it. Commit to what we got cause you know that I know everything that's important. I ain't never gonna leave you on red. Trying to call you, not just text. This is deeper than just sex. I'm trying to invite you to my city so you could kick it with me. Taking all my time up, won't have you feeling iffy. I wanna be your rider, always right beside ya. Doing what I can to get you rocking all designer. Rocking all designer, rocking all designer. Doing what I can to always be there right beside ya. I wanna be your rider, always right beside ya. Doing what I can to get you rocking all designer.
So everybody just heard Designer. That's some of your new shit coming out, but I want to touch on some of your older music. So
okay.
Ride All Night, that's fire. We'll Be
Thanks,
Alright
bro.
is dope. Yo,
thank you, bro.
Up to Something is really good.
Thanks, man. Yo, the music video to that is still like my favorite music video we've done. Yo, shout out my guy Francis Films. That man has done every single one of my music videos. He is a fucking legend, and I would not be where I am on YouTube and like music video wise if it wasn't for him. So like that's my brother.
Yo,
him and Henny are like my brothers with this shit.
Yo, shout out Francis and Henny, man. And another song that's like kind of different from like your normal style, Tattoo. Tattoo was sick.
Tattoo, man.
Bro, so I've been playing guitar for like 11 years now, and right when I heard that little guitar, I was like, oh shit, like this
acoustic, man.
Yo, this is just different. So I was vibing with that one, and Drama did his thing on that one too.
Yeah, bro. Shout out Drama, man. It's been a minute since I talked to him, bro. I've been so busy. I haven't talked to like any of the gang.
Yeah, like you said, man.
Bro, Tattoo. Oh man, Tattoo. Yeah. That song I worked on that song for that I started that song in May, and I didn't finish it until I want to say November of that year. I was hovering over that song. That song had so much meaning to me. It was about I was seeing this girl for a long time, a long time. And we never like really dated at all or anything. Like it was just so like on and off. She ended up getting a new job, moved, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, song's about her. And I was just constantly like thinking about her. And like we never did anything sexual until like after the song came out. So I was in like my bed, I was like, bro, I want you on my body like a tattoo. I want you permanent on top of me, never leaving. And I just when that song came out, you just send it to them, you know, like it drops on Spotify. You just send them the link, like, yo, Smirk tattoo, just no text, nothing. You just send them the song, you let them listen to it. And then, yeah, things happen and then whatever. But yeah.
Fire song, man. Great job on that.
I appreciate it, man.
But you also have the song Hot As This.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking my shit on that
Bro,
song.
you were talking your shit on that one.
That was like the song for me, like sounds so corny, but when I was lifting in the gym and that song came out on Spotify, I'm like, bro, I get paid to listen to my own shit and I'm hyped about it. I'm listening to my own stuff in the gym. I don't care. I'm getting paid right now while listening to this.
Yo, that was like,
yeah, man.
That was like hit 'em where it hurts type song. You know what I mean?
Bro,
you're saying 10K on the gram, but 5 people at your show.
At your shows.
So true.
You keep stealing all your bars, you keep stealing all your flows, bro. Like it's facts. I'm so sick of all this, like I'm so sick of all this drama. I think it's time to relax. Repping my brother from Long Island. I'm so sick of all this drama. I think it's time to relax. Strong Island's what I'm repping while I'm in this rap game. So fuck you and your followers, because we all know they fake. People say I lost my way, but you don't even know. 2 projects last year, and trust me, I got more. Like, man, it's in the lyrics. It's facts. It's just facts. People say I lost my way. I dropped 2 projects in 1 year. Who you know that's out here dropping an 8-song project and a 10-song project in the same year? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, dude. Like,
bro.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so happy you mentioned that song. That's like for me, that song, like, bro, oh man. Henny has a video of me on his old phone, probably. Bro, I freestyled 99% of that song.
Fuck, man. Really?
And I think I had the chorus, like the intro to it. Like, who you know be in the game that is spitting hot as this, and the entire verse I freestyle in like a 2-hour studio session. Just kept going with it and just rhyming and just flowing, and it just fit perfectly. Oh man, yeah, that was one of those songs, man, that like I had nothing planned. I just hopped in the booth and I just ran with it.
You usually do that, like you do that nowadays?
No,
or are you writing?
So I never used to, and Rabs kind of put me onto that. Rabs was I've sat and I asked him for it because I was like, yo, I'm really in like a writer's block. I was like midway through the album and I owe him this. Rabs, if you're listening, I owe you. He let me sit in on like a 4-hour studio session and I watched him freestyle like 3-4 songs, kind of like Juice World-esque would do, like just hopping in the booth, just finding melodies and then freestyling lyrics over those melodies. Dude, and I watched him do it, and when I tell you, I was like, bro, this is so, I was like, yo, I am now so inspired by this. Let me hop in there. Like, when's my turn? I couldn't wait, dude. I couldn't wait to get in the booth after that. And it was so, dude, like watching him do his thing. Rabs is one talented motherfucker, and he does not get enough credit. That kid is something special.
Yo,
for real.
That is a big fact, man. Fucking
for real.
Fucking,
and I will say that until the day I am no longer here. That kid is something special, and he needs more credit. And he already has a lot of credit, but he needs more. It's just like facts. But yeah, I owe him because he let me sit in on a studio session. And I asked him if that was okay, and he said, "Fuck yeah, dude! Like, come through."
What like artists inspire you?
As of recently or like growing up, because it's like it's very two different genres now.
Okay, let me ask you this: like, you choosing to start making music, like, is there like a big artist that inspired that?
Eminem,
Okay, who's
Eminem,
who's like the nowadays artist that?
Jack Harlow, Mike Stud,
Oh, okay.
Jack Harlow, Mike Stud, or Mike now. He just goes by Mike. Um, Post Malone obviously is a huge artist, but then like I have like different, like, bro, I listen to a lot of John Mayer and like old school Jack Johnson,
Yo.
and I listen to, um, fucking hell, I'm like drawing up. Hold up, let me grab my phone. I'm just gonna scroll through like
Yeah.
my Spotify artists, like just go through my playlist. Machine Gun Kelly, obviously, my friend Jordan Aries, another huge inspiration who's really like, he's famous, but he's not like crazy famous. Lato's a big one. A new guy that I started listening to, who I found off TikTok, this guy Connor Price. Connor, bro,
Don't know.
I'm putting you on, man. Check him out. He's nuts. 27 Club, Big Sean, obviously, that's a classic. Maroon 5. Like, I listen to a lot of very like a very wide range of music.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's why, like, especially when it comes to writing, I feel like my lyrics stand for themselves. I feel like I don't have to worry about lyrics. I feel like it's more or less finding melodies and finding flows and making sure it works. My choruses are catchy as shit, dude.
Yeah, man.
I can write a chorus like that, man, and it'll stick in your head. But when it comes to actual verses, I feel like they're very intricate and they have a lot of depth and meaning to them that sometimes they may be hard to remember. But at the same time, if you make the lyrics easy enough, but still have depth, that's what makes a song. Something that's catchy. It's like John Bellion said it best. Every time I write a song, I try and make the iPhone. It's simple and it's intriguing and it's got all the colors and shapes and everything. But no matter what, and it's easy to understand from a parent, you give it to a toddler, he will find the way to the games. It's universal. It's very user friendly, as I like to say it. And John Bellion, another artist that that's another main reason why I started. John Bellion from Smithtown, New York, the town over from me, making it big when I was growing up and listening to his inspiration, who was Eminem. And then, other people, obviously, like you grew up on Drake and you grew up on Lil Wayne and J. Cole. And, when you start mentioning these big names, like, yeah, everybody grew up on it. That's our generation. That's what we grew up on. But then you throw it back and you start listening to like Biggie and Tupac and Eazy-E, bro. And you start like, and then you learn the background and man. And you learn where the fuck, hold my brother for Christmas got me Funko Pops of Tupac and Eazy-E. That's like, he just knows like music is like, that's what I am, bro. I speak it. That's what I do. But then you learn like the history of like what people had to go through. And like, you listen to Tupac's story and Biggie's story and Eazy-E's story and Straight Outta Compton, and you watch those movies that they make about him, and then you watch 8 Mile and you hear Eminem talk about it in interviews. And bro, this culture is something so incredibly special that like the fact that I'm even a part of it is surreal to me, man. I like this is my shit, dude.
Yeah. You can hear it in the music how much you love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's where I definitely, all those artists that I just named, I grab inspiration from.
Dude, that's
100%.
great. And I really want to ask you this, right? We got the people who inspire you, but who do you think is a really famous artist who's fucking garbage?
It's garbage.
Yeah, like you don't even know why they're famous. You're like, you're like, what the fuck? Like,
who's that squeaky rapper? You know who the fuck I'm talking about?
Squeaky.
That guy that like he has his tune pinched up in the gain all the way up, and he's like squeaking, and he became famous off of it. Hate that shit. A lot of mumble rappers are like, all right, I get like it's the style of it, but bro, when you start like talking gibberish, I don't get it. I just don't. The Island Boys.
oh,
like,
dude,
bro,
it's so bad.
Homie, I laugh every time I hear I'm an Island Boy because it's funny and it's comical, and yet like, listen, but this now full circle, go 180. I'm hating, but I'm essentially giving them free promo right now on this shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's like
they're in your interview.
They're in my interview. Like I just took full circle like of what I just said. Oh, haters are gonna hate and they're their best support. I'm hating, but at the same time, like you have to respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I may not like it, but people fuck with it because of that. Like, yo, these kids are whack. I love it. Like, and they're for it.
You see, but that's what's fucked up is you have someone like you loves music.
Yeah, man. Listen, trust me. I've said this so many times. People are living my dream who don't deserve to be in the position they're in. I've said it so many times. But listen, I have enough faith. And I have like I'm not like the most religious person, but I have my own relationship with like God and stuff. And I found that over, the past few years of quarantine. I have enough faith in myself and enough confidence in myself that my music speaks for itself. And I know for a fact that this is going to work out. It's just a matter of time. And I got nothing but time, bro. I am in no rush to give my life to the devil. I am in no rush to give away my life, my sanity of coming home and just being able to relax, play some video games, not having the pressure of a label on my ass for an album, not having the pressure of, whatever. Like, dude, I still have chores. I still take the trash out. I still, take my grandma to go get her hair done on the weekends. Like, these are things that as a human and as a person and as somebody who has not made it, I'm not fronting. I haven't made it yet. I will. I'm not there yet. I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. But have I accomplished some personal things that have meant a lot to me? Fuck yeah, I have. And I'm proud as shit of that. But as a human being, bro, you still got to do what you got to do in the time that you're here.
That.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just facts. And like, I take pride in that, man. I'm a human. I'm a human being.
Bro,
so yeah, I'm in no rush to give my shit to the devil. I'm in no rush to having 48 people on my ass, having 2 phones blowing up on me because I'm trying to keep one a business phone and one my regular phone, and it turns into a shit show. Like, I'm in no rush. I will take my sweet ass time and I will make good ass music that is constantly getting better for the listener. And that's it.
And that's a good attitude to have, man. Especially how you said it's so cutthroat and so hard out here. It's you have a good positive attitude pursuing this.
I have,
and a lot of people, not to cut you off, but a lot of people just want it tomorrow,
instant,
and it does not fucking work like.
What does that gratify? When something is instant, do you not feel like it's like, this is going to sound like a super cheesy comparison.
Go ahead.
I told you I'm a gamer. It's like putting on creative mode in Minecraft and building a house and spawning in like 1,000 diamonds. What gratification do you get out of that? You have the best shit in the game in 20 seconds rather than working for it. Do you not have any sort of like grit and like go get attitude? Like, yo, I want that. I'm going to fucking go get it. Like, bro, what? You want it like that? Like, yes, does it happen? Of course it does. You could almost argue it happened with Post Malone. Post Malone dropped his project and had a bunch of rappers on his ass saying that this shit is hot, whatever, and they put him on Twitter. Mm-hmm. You could almost argue that Post Malone was an overnight success.
Yeah.
But he went from being overnight to number 2 on Spotify listeners. Not just overnight and then dropped off, which is what happens to a lot of people. They'll have a one-hit single, they'll get a lot of clout, and then after that, when the pressure's on and they have to make shit, and they're shitting a brick because they can't, it goes right back down to the bottom of the hole where you were in the first place.
Post Malone stuck around because my opinion, he's really talented.
Homie, he is one of the most raw, talented people
Yeah.
on this planet. He is insane. His voice, and the fact that he does that, like rasp with his voice, he was the first person to do that. A bunch of people now learned how to do it, and they're inspired by him because of it. Bro, Post is like an original. You look at like Billie Eilish. When she first came out, like people were like, oh, she's so bad, blah, blah, blah. Bro, no, it's the opposite. Her and her brother Phineas, who writes a lot of her stuff, are some of the most raw, talented artists around. Lyrically, like just instrument musically, like the videos that they portray, bro, it's captivating and it is incredible. That is an artist. That is what I want to be labeled as. I love how you labeled me as a rapper because it stuck to my roots and a hip hop artist. At the end of the day, though, when it comes full circle and I'm on my deathbed, I want people to look at me as a human and as an artist. And that's the whole goal. I want people to see me as an artist, somebody who's versatile. Look at like what Machine Gun Kelly is. Machine Gun Kelly was doing his rap thing. Now he's the king of the rock scene right now.
Yeah, man.
That's nuts.
Bro, who other than like Blink-182 a couple years ago had a number one
Had a number
pop
one
punk
rock, a pop punk song.
album, the whole fucking
Yes.
project.
Yes. Yes. You
It's
speak
possible.
because, and I love that you pay attention to music. I love that you pay attention to that because people just say shit without actually having the facts and the statistics to back it.
Mhm.
And again, I'm so happy you brought me on here, bro, because I've been waiting 2 years to have this conversation. 2 years, bro.
I'm glad.
But it's worth it. The fact that we waited and the album came out and you let it sit and now it marinated and now we're talking about it. I couldn't be happier that we're happening now. I'm ecstatic, bro. Starting 2022 off right, and I'm extremely grateful that I'm the first one back, bro. For real, I appreciate it,
bro. Of course, man. It's awesome having you, and like this is like the first time I'm trying this out with someone. So thanks for like hopping on and doing it.
Hell yeah, man.
But
this is also such a cool idea, like the fact that obviously with COVID and everything, bro, anybody could set up a camera and a mic. It's the coolest shit.
Yeah, dude.
I have a whole setup, so like, thank God my mic it lights up all fancy different colors, and I got decent audio quality. So,
literally, you came on screen like when I accepted you to join, and I was like, "Yo, this guy's got like a legit setup."
Man. I'll send you a picture after, and I'll show you what it like full thing looks like.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, man.
But so 2022 just started. So I know I mentioned like the single designer, but like, what else you got in the works, or what are your plans the rest of the year?
I'll tell you my whole plan, man. So the whole thing right now is I want to drop a small EP. I don't want to do like a big album until like I'm actually signed to a label or I have money backing me. I've come to that conclusion. I've done 3 albums 3 years in a row, and I've done 2 EPs. The album is fun, but not staying consistent with music, I noticed, has a dip in streams and a dip in consistency with the fans. When you drop that album, though, and they learn that you have the album, it's on the slow climb back up to where it was, but it's not continuously climbing. So this year, what I'm planning on doing is end of January, early February, Designer is going to come out. The month after, another song. On my birthday in April, another song. So either March, February, I'm going to drop another one. Then in April, I'm going to drop a third. So I got 3 songs, almost 3 months in a row, back to back to back. May is going to be a break. Those 3 songs are going to be on an 8-song EP. So it'll be 5 new songs for the summer. I'm going to let that entire EP play out through the summer, let it sit and marinate for those 3 months. September, October, November, December, all 4 singles for the end of the year, close out. Bro. I'll tell you my exact plan. That is what is happening this year. That will happen. So if you want some good ass fucking music and you want someone who's going to stay consistent with it, you drop me a follow below in the description, and I promise you I will deliver. That is a guarantee. There's no bullshit in that statement. I promise you will get good music to listen to.
Yo, and for people who have not followed you yet, where can they follow you on your journey and all your music and all that stuff?
At Smirk Music _ on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to add me on Snapchat, it's Tony Paterno 36. Yes, that is my name. I made it in middle school. Don't judge me based off my name, dude. Yeah, all right. And then on YouTube, if you look up Smirk Music, you can find all my music videos and all that stuff, man.
Yo, so everybody watching, go fucking check it out, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
Yo, Smirk's a pretty interesting name. Like, you just like
how'd I come up with it? It wasn't me.
Naturally happy guy, or what's up?
Nah, so it wasn't even me. We were trying to come up when I started making music. It was me and 6 of my homies in the backyard at a pool party drinking Coronas, because a Corona with lime in the summertime is just as good as a Corona with lime all the time. It's just a fact. The Corona lime you can have any damn day of the week. But we were hammered and we were trying to come up with names for like a month. And I actually have my logo tattooed behind my ear. Shout out to my boy Sal, because we made that logo when I was 16 in high school. He's a graphic designer for his family business. And every day after school, I'd be at his house working for like an hour or 2 on different logos for my clothing company. And that was a logo that we designed. He hand drew that S. Like, that's not a text. Like, he did that with his own, with a paintbrush. So you can't find that text anywhere. So it's completely unique to me. Which is super dope. It's I've known him since 2nd grade, had to get it tattooed on me. But my homie Sam looked at me and he goes, "Hey, yo, Smirk." And I said, "What? Like, what'd you just call me?" And like everybody looked confused. He goes, "Yo, Smirk." And I was like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Yo, your name." I said, what do you mean? Your rap name. Why? You got like just a natural smirk to your face. He's like, when you stand still, it doesn't look like you're straight faced ever. And it doesn't look like you're frowning. You kind of just got this like little like, and that's it. And I was like, it's short. I like it. It's 5 letters. I was like, it's good for branding. You could do like a smirky face. You could do whatever, you know, an S logo. And it's simple and it's memorable. And like everybody knows what a smirk is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, that's me, bro. I'm just the guy that's chilling. I'm comfortable staying home on the weekends and not going out partying. But at the same time, you want to get fucked up. At the end of the night, I might have to stick my finger down my throat and get rid of all of it. I am that guy. And that is a fact. But yes, that's how it came up. So shout out again, my friend Sal, my friend Sam. Like, I'm shouting out everybody because, bro, like, these are my people. I want people to understand, like, I have an incredible group behind me. I have an incredible family. You know, my mom and dad, you know, they weren't supportive of this at first. But once they, you know, when I had my first show, my mom and dad canceled their plans that night to come out and support my first show. Cause my mom had that conversation with me. She goes, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if my son one day did make it, or when you make it happen and you do make it, if I wasn't at your first show. And I was like, I started crying. It was an emotional night for me because it was my first one ever. And, you know, I had all my special people that meant a lot to me there. And yeah, man, it was just, I have an incredible group behind me and I am extremely grateful.
Damn, man, that's hey, you know, it seems like you're just turning people into believers, bro.
Bro, anybody could do it. Anyone can. It's a fact. Put in the effort, put in the work, put in the time. One thing every single human being has, it's the only thing we all have in common, and it's time. I've read that years ago, man, and it stuck with me like fucking glue in my head, bro. Everybody has time. It's just about how you utilize your time.
Yep. You got the same 24 hours I got.
Everybody's got 24 hours in the day, man.
Yep.
Bro, I go like my mom yells at me because like I'll be up at 3 a.m. making music and I got to be up at 6 a.m. for work. Do I ever show up to work late? Absolutely not. That's my job. That's my responsibility. But am I still going to make time to myself and enjoy the things that I want to do and go out with the people I want to go out with and go out and get the food that I want to get and go to the movies and, you know, go out drinking, go on vacations, take time off for myself? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, I am the most important person in my life and I have to look out for myself and I have to keep my mental in check. And I learned that over 2021. That was one of my biggest things was I didn't drop a lot of music because I really was like getting on my mental health grind and like really like finding like myself and getting like myself back into motivation. You know, I had COVID and dude, COVID really did have an effect on my motivation. I was tired all the time. I didn't want to go out. I wasn't on that hunger. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to make music, and making music was already hard as it was because we couldn't perform and we couldn't go out and party and we couldn't do anything. So we were stuck in these fucking rooms. And that's where I really learned like, yo, this room really is like my safe space. It's not a bad thing when I'm in here. I don't always have to be outside. I can come home and relax and stay to myself. I don't always have to be, I used to have FOMO, like fear of missing out on shit when like my friends would all go to the bar and like, you know, not being in the Snapchats and, you know, the Instagram stories and not getting in the photo and the tag and all that shit. I'd have FOMO of it. And I guarantee you people listening right now are going through the same shit that I went through and they're still going through it. When you find your inner peace and you really like learn yourself, life becomes so much better, man. I saw something a long time ago. I'm going to say this right now, and then I'll let you get to it. Somebody asked me 2 years ago. So they said, how often do you say I love you to people? Bro, every day I say to my mom when I wake up, you know, I say to my brothers, I say to my boys, you know, text me when you get home safe. Love you, dude. Like whatever, blah, blah. All right. When was the last time you said it to yourself? When was the last time you looked in the mirror and you said, I love you to the person you saw in the reflection? A lot of people can say, yo, I've never done that. And when I tell you, I wake up every morning and when I brush my teeth after I'm done, I look in the mirror and I say, yo, I fucking love you, dude. We're going to have a dope ass day. And I tell you that has mentally helped me have a better life just from doing that simple 3-second thing in the morning as I'm brushing my teeth. Bro, I will advise everyone to do that. Self-love is the most important thing. When you love yourself, nobody can put you down. You're always on top, man, because you're your own favorite person.
Bro, I'm fucking speechless.
Bro, but it's facts.
Wow.
So yeah, 2021 was a little bit of a dip for the music for me. I will wholeheartedly admit that. And I've apologized publicly on like social media, like, yo, listen, like it's a hard time for everybody. And I'm just going through it. I'm trying to find myself. I'm trying to find, my inner peace, and I'm trying to find my peace of mind. And I found it, dude. And I'm a happy ass fucking dude. And that's what I've been making, bro. I've been making happy music. People go through stuff, and you have the breakup song, and you have the I'm going through shit song, but like, bro, my music is happy. Like I'm chilling. And like, I really feel like for the people that listened to the snippet of Designer earlier, when you hear the full song, like you really will feel like the happy vibes. It is a good dance song. It is a vibe song. It is a driving song. It is a sing-along song, and it is an emotional song, but emotions in a good way, happy emotions. Like, yo, you mean so much to me. I want to put you in expensive shit. I want to spoil you, rather than like, yo, like you mean so much to me. I have to pop pills to cope with the fact of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a different take on the same story.
Dude, that was some real shit, bro.
Yeah, I went on a tangent there. I'm so sorry.
I loved it, bro. So, yo, just one more time, just let everybody know where they can follow the music and keep up with your journey, and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, man. First off, shout out to LA on the Rise, man, for having me on here. Like I said, I've been supporting this entire thing for like 2 going on 3 years, if not longer. I've wanted to be on here since that contest, and the fact that I'm the first one back, man, for the new year, I'm ecstatic. So first off, shout out to you.
Thank you.
Again, if anybody wants to follow me on social media, it is at @SmirkMusic_ on Twitter and Instagram. My Snapchat is Tony Paterno 36. YouTube is Smirk Music. And if any of you are gamers and you want to come chill and play some games and watch some music streams, come out to my Twitch. I'm a Twitch affiliate. It's twitch.tv/Smirk Music. That's it, bro.
Awesome, man. Yo, thank you for coming on, man. This was fucking awesome.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.